features, and so we want it to be basically pleasing to look at. So there's some basic principles. I mean, this is not obviously a detailed design class today. There's lots of great literature that teach these things, but I want to just highlight a handful of things. First of all, what I'm going to tell you about here in terms of aesthetics of design, we're not accomplishing a good aesthetic based on adding anything to the dashboard. That is, we're not decorating the dashboard in any way. How we're going to achieve it is by actually displaying the data itself, the information itself, in a pleasing way. Okay? Now, here's some basic principles, very simple things. First of all, the way you use color is going to go a long ways toward creating a pleasing aesthetic for the dashboard. When you do use colors, all the colors you use, except for one exception, should be soft, natural colors. The colors on the right are colors that you commonly find in nature, and you notice they're kind of medium saturated colors. They're soft colors. They're easy and pleasing to look at. So most of your data that's being displayed on the dashboard ought to be displayed in this way. The only time you want to use bright, dark colors is when you want to draw people's attention to things. If you want to make something pop out as important, only then use the bright colors. Basically, I'm recommending that you use color in the same way that nature does. Why does nature make some things, like certain flowers, bright?
Attract the bugs.
Some flowers are bright in order to draw pollinators, the birds and the bees, to those flowers so that they spread the pollen and propagate the species. This is something that has evolved to serve a particular purpose over time. Some things actually have bright colors to indicate a warning. Watch out for me, I'm toxic. Avoid me. Serve a particular purpose. We want to use color just as nature does. Only use the bright, eye-catching colors to draw attention to particular things. Otherwise, use soft, natural colors. You will be surprised at how much more pleasing it is to look at soft, natural colors than a screen full of bright colors. It's just horrible to look at a screen full of bright colors. Unless you're a toddler. And if you're about 2 years old, all those dancing bright colors is really visually stimulating. And that's great. But as we mature, that just becomes visually overwhelming to us. Okay, I just did something else to the screen. Did you see what happened?
The tan box.
I changed the background color just slightly to soften. What I did in this case is I added just a touch of yellow to the background. Doesn't have to be yellow. You can add just a touch of any color to soften the pure white. Now, pure white as a background with something like black in the foreground, that's maximum contrast, right? Black against white. The black really pops out. Unfortunately, when you're looking at a screen all day long, maximum contrast can become a little blurry. And so what you want to do is soften the contrast slightly. So one way to do that, so it's very simple, is just slightly change the background color to soften it so that even if I show pure black on top of this slightly off-white background,